Yo, what up? We back with another edition of RPT, Real Prison Talk with Wes. And today we're gonna help out one of my subscribers that asked. She had hit me up on my Instagram. She asked, "What does it mean when he stops calling?" Now, of course, our minds always go to the negative. He got another bitch. That's when it must mean there's somebody else, right? So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down 5 reasons why he's not calling no more. And y'all gotta work with me because I actually wrote them down, but I'm too lazy to go in my house and get my notes. So y'all gotta work with me. And I don't even have so the order might be out of order because I wrote them down and I had them in order and all that. I'm just gonna give y'all 5 reasons why the phone calls aren't coming in anymore. Number 1, the jail is on lockdown. Now, every prison has that time of the year where they'll shut everything down so that they can go do a proper cleaning. And we call them shakedowns. They go through every cell, tear everything up, looking for stuff. It usually takes 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the size of the jail, what's found, stuff like that. But for those 1 or 2 weeks, there will be no activity, no coming outside your cell to use the phone, not even showers. All right, I had to stop. I had a phone call come through. I don't know if you guys watch all my videos, but I'm not that tech savvy. I'm just pushing recording. Phone call comes through. It destroys my recording. I got to stop. And I just had one. I had to take care of a bunch of things. So as y'all can see, it's now nighttime. But to pick up where I was at, when there's a shakedown, there's no activities, you know. You might be able to come out for a shower, but you ain't coming out to use no phone. And that may be for about a week or 2. Hey, the good side, on the good side of me having this hiatus to this video, that pause, I was able to go inside and get my notes. So, that was actually number 1, lockdown. Number two, he's locked in. Now I've been in all these phases before. That's why I'm giving you my perspective. So another reason the calls ain't coming in no more, he could be locked in and focused. And once you get in there, especially this happens, there's 2 different times it happens. Like if you got a lot of time guys will lock in and focus on their time, and they won't really focus on calling people so much, or they don't really want to connect with the outside world that much because they got like 10 years, a lot of time, you know what I mean? And that's the best way to do their time. Forget about everything that's happening out there. Forget about the outside and just focus on what's happening around me and my environment. And they just lock in jail mode, and they might not call as much. That's number 2. He's locked in. Number 3, the obvious, what you already would assume. Oh, he got a new girlfriend. He has a new friend. Might be a relative. Might not. Doesn't always have to be a girlfriend, because now they got these tablets in jail. But when I was in prison, we didn't have tablets, and we really had 6 calls. And if you was in a relationship or something, or you had a family, you had to check in on, like, it's hard to manage 6 little phone calls, like, especially when you out here, you used to having a cell phone, you make as many calls as you want. So they might have someone new. It might have been a relative, could have been a friend, could have been the girlfriend. Yeah, obviously what you're thinking. But that new person added to the list meant that there's less phone calls somewhere else. Number 3, he's depressed. Sometimes guys go through the stage where they don't even want to come out of their cell. They just sit in their cell, and the phone is out. Like, now they got tablets. This number 3 really shouldn't be an excuse anymore, because now they got tablets. So we could take that off, because you could be depressed and still pick up the phone or still pick up your tablet. Like, when the phones was outside in the day room, you had to come out your cell to get to it, and then it'd be a line to get to the phone sometimes. It'd be fights over the phone sometimes. I could see somebody saying, I ain't even worrying about it right now. Like, number 4, I've been through this before too. Starting to feel like a burden. Now, this one is real personal. This one is real kind of close to me, because this happened with me, and I actually lost a close friend of mine because of this. A lot of times we come to prison and our loved ones are there for us. And phone calls cost money. Visits cost money. Commissary costs money. You know, and sometimes us being a person that's being taken care of like a baby, we start to feel like we're becoming a burden. So, like, in my situation, I felt like I was becoming a burden to the person. And it was too hard for them to tell me that. So I called myself giving them an out. I was basically saying, like, I wrote them, and I basically say, listen, all you got to do is not write me back, and that will let me know that I was too much on you, and I won't call you no more. Now, in their defense, they wasn't the type of person that would write anyway. That's why they always kept money on the phone, because they didn't like to write. But I called myself, I really thought that I was becoming a burden on them, and they really didn't know how to tell me that. So I figured this is the easiest way I could make it, by telling them to do something that I know that they don't normally do. And that's what happened. I told them, if you don't write me back, that'll let me know that I was a burden on you. They didn't write me back, so I stopped calling. Then I come home, and they like, oh, you're an asshole because you stopped calling. So that's just another reason, you know what I mean? And the last reason, short one, he's in a box, or he's in medical. You know, sometimes people get into fights, people get into disputes, and it ain't no phone calls when you get sent to the box. That's your punishment. So you can't. Oh shit. Sorry about that. We're gonna keep all that on there. All this is live. But you can use the phone from the box. And on the flip side of that, if you somebody that maybe got the bad end of the stick in an altercation and you're in the hospital, medical, you can't use the phone from there either. And that's my 5 reasons why he stopped calling. Stay tuned. I'm back on it, so we putting a video out every week now. I got my books, How to Survive Prison, is out in the process. It's in the process. Look out for it. And I'm already working on part 2 to that, Life After Prison. My Vengeful Hearts book. It's an urban novel, hood book, whatever you want to call it. That's also in the process. Look out for that. Any questions that you guys got, keep them coming, you know, because that gives me more content, you know. Keep them coming. Anything you want to know, anything you want me to answer, anything you want me to talk about, hit me up hit my DM. My Instagram is wes.smith.129. wes.smith.129. Until next week, peace.